Today, I'll be going through an insane money-making method that doesn't require much RNG, and mostly just requires you being able to do dungeons or just Diana's mythological ritual. So pretty much what we're going to do today, we're going to do something which is pretty much a new, completely insane money-making method. So what you'll want to do first, you'll want to go get yourself a summoning ring, or let's say a Reaper Scythe, if you are good at Slayer or something, because they all have the Raise Souls ability, which means that you can use Necromancy, which pretty much means that you can summon like mobs after you get their souls, after you fight them. So pretty much you'll just want to either get a Reaper Scythe, like one of these, a summoning ring, which is pretty much kind of the second most useful, or you can get a Necromancer sword, which is the cheapest, but probably won't have any good souls on him. Like, this one doesn't really have anything good on it. Like, you'll want something with either admin souls or something like tank zombie souls, like this. And so what you do with them is you'll want to just get one of these. Like, for example, I've got a summoning ring right now, and so after you do get one of these things, make sure that it probably doesn't have anything on it. So like I said, tank zombies are really good for like people to use, but since today we're going through like methods of making money with this, you want to just go around killing mobs. So I'm just going to use zombies as an example, because they're really easy to get. So the higher level the mob is, the rarer their soul drop is. So their soul would normally look like this. If it is a rarer looking soul, it should be a bit darker in color, and it should have a couple of particles on it. So pretty much what you'll want with these souls is you'll want to get your summoning rings and things. It's kind of like soul grinding, but then it's also kind of known as soul flipping, because you'll just want to keep on buying and selling summoning rings after you get their souls on them. Like, for example, how this one with no souls only costs like 11 mil, while this one with some really decent souls costs 13 mil. So you can pretty much like flip lots of money off just killing mobs and just playing the game, which is kind of like a good passive money making method, and that's kind of insane. With the summoning ring though, it's a bit better with flipping because it doesn't have any like melee abilities, so pretty much like the easiest thing you could flip, because it buys for 10 mil, and if you just get a couple of tank zombies, like let's say this isn't a very good example, but let's say these two, you can flip them back for 15 mil when you bought them for 10 mil, so that's just a 5 mil flip from playing the game, so that's kind of overpowered. And if you want to go even better, you can use a Reaper Scythe. I can't really spell. And if you use a Reaper Scythe, I think the prices will be a bit better. Like, for example, getting like just 3 tank zombies instead of just making like a little bit of money, you make around 3 mil or something. So the better a necromancy item is, the more expensive it is to buy, but the better the flip is. So pretty much you'll just want to get summoning rings like I did, and just flip them for like a ton of money. It definitely works because souls actually kind of cost money. So now F7 will pretty much kind of be good for soul grinding, because all the Bloodroom mobs have a good chance of actually dropping something like a soul. And then doing M3 or M1 or M2 will make it so that you can get some really overpowered souls. For example, you can get the M1 to M3 admin souls, which will sell for a ton. So it's pretty much like, if you get an admin soul, it's kind of just like you got an SHS for free. And doing M3 practically just means you get free money easily, because all the rogue guardians there, pretty much like 99% of the time, they always drop a soul. So like getting one of them is 3 mil, so that is really good. So if you can just do M3, it's pretty much just like maybe like 10 mil per run, so that would actually be good. So it's not as grindy, but note that not that many people use summoning rings and more people use Reaper Scythes, which is also another reason why people should flip Reaper Scythes a bit more, but this is definitely a lot easier for like mid to late game. And so I'm just going to show you one of admins. So I think those admins were a while ago. Yep, so chill in. If you just get one admin soul, you pretty much just got 13 mil for free. And getting 13 mil for free sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? Because it definitely is. And so pretty much you can kind of just grind M1 now just for admin souls instead of just actually collection. Since M1 and M2 used to be completely useless, this should actually make it a lot better. So if you get Hypixel as in like the undead, then you can sell it for, let's see, you can sell it for a 30 mil profit. So just doing dungeons gives you 30 mil if you're lucky. And doing M3 equals like 10 mil per run, so something like just soul grinding or soul flipping is absolutely insane. If you thought this video was actually really useful, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down in the comments. Like, do it right now, so that this method will definitely work for you all, because probably won't work if you don't subscribe. Definitely not sus, but yeah. So I could demonstrate by going into a dungeon, but that's not exactly interesting, and this is more just money-making methods. So with your summoning ring, after that, you'll kind of want to set it like what you normally do with selling auctions, but since summoning rings aren't used that much, you'll pretty much want to set it like 50k, maybe less than the one that's exactly the same as it. So let's say you got a Shadow Assassin soul. Since it's 19 mil and not that many people use summoning rings, you'll pretty much just want to set it at like 100k less, so it will sell a lot quicker, and your dungeon runs will be a lot like less risky, because summoning rings are 10 mil each, so you don't really want to lose that much money. And the chance that you lose money is actually really low, because souls are selling for so much these days. Since Ender Slayer kind of just got a lot better, because inflation be good. So pretty much, yeah, that would be it for this video, and hope you enjoyed it.